y'all. So today's video is going to be a quick video on my angel bite piercings. For those of you who don't really know, the terminologies for piercings and stuff, it's these two right here. They're commonly referred to as angel bite piercings. I don't really like that name, and no, it has nothing to do with any kind of religious thing or anything. I just don't like the name. I don't think it works. I mean, snake bites down here, yeah, that works, whatever. But angel bite, I mean, how does that make sense? It doesn't really make sense to me. To me, it doesn't explain anything. You hear snake bite, you know there's two, and, whatever. I don't think it does anything in the way of explaining what it is, where it is, or anything like that. When I got them done, I've had these for about 3 years now. When I went with my mom and my sister. My sister got her lip pierced right here. Or, yeah, it's on this side. I decided to make this video because I get asked a lot of things about them quite often, so I figured the best way to answer it would be in a video. The question I'm asked the most, hands down, is did it hurt or how much did they hurt? And the first thing you have to remember is everybody's pain tolerance is different. So to me, it may not have hurt at all, but to somebody else, it may have been the worst pain they've ever experienced, Everybody's pain tolerance is different. And for me, if it's a sort of pain that is on purpose, or that, like, it's supposed to be happening, like a piercing or a tattoo, it doesn't bother me as much, and I can handle it a lot better than, like, I'll stub my toe or a headache or something, because that's not really supposed to be happening. And that being said, no, it did not really hurt. I have heard that the top lip piercings, like, Medusa, Monroe piercing, or angel bite piercings, are some of the least painful, so that may have been part of it, but it really did not hurt. If that's something you're afraid of, don't think too much about it, because it really didn't hurt, and the pinch that I felt was over in a second. By the time I was even out of the chair, I didn't even feel, they kind of were numb. I didn't even feel them anymore. I'd say, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, the pain level was about a 2 or a 3. It's easily tolerable, and it's only there for a second, and, I mean, obviously, you do feel it, but it's not an extreme pain. It's nothing you can't handle. And I've also been asked how they got done, and, I mean, I was going to explain the process anyway. When we got there, I went first. I sat in the chair, of course, and I explained to her what I wanted. I picked out what jewelry I wanted, whether I wanted it to be pierced with a stud or a hoop. And I have mine pierced a little further down than other people, like a lot of other people do, because I got mine done with the intention of wearing hoops in it sometimes. And I have before, but it's not really my favorite thing, because it's just not. So that's why mine are a little bit further down. You can get them as high or as low down as you want. I decided to get them here, and even though I don't wear hoops in them very much, I don't regret getting them pierced further down. It's easier to change out and all of that. And she used their little marker that, they always mark where you're gonna get pierced, whatever. She marked the spots and, changed a little bit to make them even and all that. Made sure they were where I want them. Made sure they were in a good spot and all that. She prepared the clamp, the clamp they put on to hold your skin out so they can put the needle through, with the little hole in the middle. And everything was out of new packaging. I do that. It's very important to me, and it should be to everybody, that they use completely new everything for when you're getting a piercing or a tattoo, whatever. You need to make sure it is new. It just came out of the packaging, because that's how you stop, diseases and infections and all that. To be honest, the clamp on it was actually more uncomfortable than the piercing itself, because it squeezes your skin really tight. So, like, you know, if it's like your belly button or something like that, it holds it out better so that they can get it through straight. Well, on your lip, I mean, basically the same thing. They can hold it out so it's not against your teeth. And that was actually more uncomfortable than the piercing itself. And then she cleaned both sides with alcohol, put this little like cork thing under my lip to kind of hold my lip out and I guess protect my gums and my teeth from the needle. But she got the needle, positioned it, and told me to take a deep breath and pushed it through. She did this one first. Just a simple metal bar, flat back, and a metal ball on the top. The ones they pierce your lip with are generally longer than what you normally wear. If your lip swells, neither side of the piercing will dig into your lip. And that's pretty good. My lip didn't really swell any, or not very much. Not enough that I could really tell. So I didn't have that problem, but some people do, and, you know, just in case, they do it like that. Once the jewelry for this one was in, she put in the other one. She did the other one, and it was basically the same thing. She put the clamp on, told me to take a deep breath, push the needle through, and then put the jewelry in, screwed it on. And then she cleaned it and gave me my extra set of jewelry. And by the time I got out of the chair, they were numb. I really didn't feel it anymore, and because I was kind of worried that it would hurt for a while, because it had been a long time since I got my ears pierced, and I got them done when I was a kid, so I was just sitting there thinking that it's just going to hurt for a while, and it's going to be uncomfortable all night or something. It wasn't. I didn't even feel it anymore. My sister got hers done next, and the piercer knew we were together. Obviously, everybody tells us we look like twins, and I mean, we came in, we told her we were sisters, and she got hers done next, and once she was done, the piercer then explained to us how, like both of us at one time, how to clean them and take care of them, the aftercare. She told us to rinse the area with saline solution or contact solution, whatever, 2 to 3 times a day, and put on antibiotic ointment or a Neosporin, whatever, with a Q-tip twice a day, first 3 days, and then after that, wash them with a mild, unscented soap and water for about 2 weeks. Like I said, they weren't even really incredibly sore. Even when I left there, they weren't sore. I went to Chick-fil-A right after, which I wouldn't exactly recommend. That wasn't probably the best idea, but I went to Chick-fil-A right after, and I ate chicken bites like I normally do. While I was chewing one of the first bites, one of them got caught on my tooth, and it wasn't the most comfortable thing ever, but it wasn't like extreme pain or anything. Eating wasn't hard with them. Just like pretty much anything else, you get used to it. You get used to it really fast, actually. Like I said, I've had them for about 3 years now, and I haven't had any real problem, and I hope it stays that way. I occasionally, one of them, the inside will get hung on my tooth or something, which isn't bad. It doesn't hurt or anything. It'll just like hang on them. These are the ones I use, just normal. They're 16 gauge. They're the L word. I don't really know how to pronounce it, so I'll put that on the screen. They look like this. They're about that big. That's the top. This one's, it's got a jewel in it. And that's the back. It's just flat. And I always use the metal ones, like the metal balls. They have like acrylic and stuff. I don't use those because for me, I've had really bad luck with them either falling off or breaking, because I'll tighten them periodically so they don't just unscrew and fall off, because just the natural movement of your lip will kind of work the top free, and it'll kind of make it loose and it'll fall off. Well, I tighten mine periodically, and either I do it too much or something, and I would always end up breaking the acrylic ones. Yeah, they come prettier, you know, different designs and colors and all that. I don't use those because they break. I don't like that because I'll be out somewhere and my lip ring will break, and then I'll have to worry about it for a while, and that's just annoying. So I use the metal ones. Most metal ones, they have, you know, silver, gold, black. They have different colors, the kind of rainbow metal ones and all that. I mean, they'll have jewels in them like these, and I usually use the brand Morbid Metals, just like these that I showed. They come in different kinds. If you work or anything, especially that, or have an event or something that you don't need to have in piercings, if you have a dentist appointment or something and they have to do x-ray on your tooth or something, you can't have the metal in. And they come, you can buy them separately, but some packs come with them already. They are plastic retainers. They're clear to where they really look like you don't have anything in, and they keep it open for you, because leaving your piercing out for an extended period of time is not a good idea, because the inside of your lip, the inside of your mouth in general, it heals it heals pretty fast. It pretty much has to avoid infection and stuff, because it's inside your mouth, you know. And if you leave them out for a while, even a couple hours, the outside will be fine, but the inside of your piercing will have kind of grown over, and you'll have to shove it back through, and that's not very comfortable. Also, another question I've been asked, yes, they do come out. I can take them out whenever I want to. I can change them, clean them, just take them out if I want to. They can come out. They're not any kind of dermal, which I'm sure you can get these done as dermals, but they're not dermal piercings. They're not surface piercings. It goes all the way through. I can take them out myself. I don't have to go back to a piercer or anything. I can take them out myself if I want to. And also, I've been asked often, like, do I feel them, or what do they feel like? If I run my tongue over the inside of my lip or something, I can feel them, but besides that, I don't feel them. They don't really knock against your teeth or anything, so there's not really that much of a reminder that they're there. Also, I have been asked, what is kissing like with a lip piercing? I can't really speak for wearing hoops. Like, you would think if, you know, you're wearing hoops and then whoever you're kissing, like if they have a lip piercing and they have a hoop in, there is a possibility they may get tangled together. But, like I said, I don't wear hoops that much, so I can't speak for that. Just kissing with a normal lip ring in, it isn't a problem. It doesn't hurt. Like I said, unless maybe you had hoops or something, they don't get caught. It doesn't make it hard. It's just like, kind of like with eating. You're used to them there. I mean, they may feel them or something, but it doesn't really pose a problem. So, much beside that, I mean, I don't really have any cons to it. Occasionally, I do get one of them hung on my tooth or something, which isn't that big of a deal. It doesn't really hurt. I just, you know, pull it off or do it with my lip, whatever. But that is more because I have them pierced further down than normal, or than, you know, traditional, I guess. Not exactly the piercing, it's more just where they are. And that was my choice. That's not anything to do with how they have to be done or anything. I love them. I think, you know, if you're thinking about it, you know, make sure it's what you want, because, I mean, even when you take them out, they will scar, most likely. Some people are lucky and you can't even tell they ever had piercings, but odds are you will have a little scar there. Just make sure it's what you want, but, I mean, experiment. What's wrong with that? If you want to get them and try them out, either 2 or 1 or whatever, go for it. If anybody is debating getting a piercing, feel free to ask me anything about them. I'll be happy to answer to the best of my ability and knowledge. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you feel so inclined. Please subscribe, that would make me very happy. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye!